What's going on, man? What's going on, man? What's going on, man? How y'all doing today? Lessons. Listen, man, if you're looking for somebody to entertain you, make you laugh, and many more. What's going on, man? It's your boy Kel, and I am the guy you're looking for. You know what I'm saying, man? What's going on, man? How y'all doing today, man? First, I'd like to start off by saying thank you for tuning in. You could be anywhere in this world. You decided to come chill with your boy Kel, and I appreciate that. You are you. You special. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. We got a banger today. We got a very, very special video today, man. I think y'all gonna mess with it. We gonna see what we got jumping. But, before we get started, you know what time it is. Shout out to the W. Y'all know what time it is. Shout out to the W. Listen, very, 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 very good energy drink, man. No jitters. They got all types of flavors, man. Go to the website. And then once you find what you need and what you like, type in that discount code. You know what I'm saying? You dig. Capital Y, capital A, capital D, capital I, capital G. You know what I'm saying? You dig. You want to type into that. That good. But yeah, man, like I said, man, we got a very special video today, man. I said, let's go ahead and jump into it. So, our very special video today, man. Basically, what we're watching is 30 foods that are normal for British people that the rest of the world is not eating. Now, I ain't got nothing against British people, but y'all don't be eating the best of the food. What I heard about y'all is y'all be eating the beans with the toast. We don't do that out here. We don't do that in the States. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's get to the video, man. Let's see what they talking about.
Britain has always marched to the beat of its own culinary drum, creating 30 foods that are absolutely normal here, but would leave the rest of the world utterly baffled. From humble and beige chip butty to pickled shellfish that smell like the Thames at low tide.
So yeah, we already starting off bad. We starting off bad. I don't know about that. Pickled cockleys. Pickled mussels. Okay.
However, what most people don't realize is that these beloved staples were born from wartime rationing, industrial accidents, and sheer bloody-mindedness, revealing something profound. We don't just accept strange combinations, we celebrate them as badges of national identity.
It's so crazy, like, I had mentioned that. Now all of a sudden y'all bringing that up. Beans with the toast. I know before y'all had to ration because of the war. Y'all be eating this now. Y'all not in the war. Y'all be eating this now. I think y'all need to pack this little recipe up. I'm not eating that. Beans with toast? Yeah, I'm good. Bucko.
Let's start with beans on toast. Heinz baked beans poured over buttered toast, and it's been a staple since Fortnum and Mason first stocked them in 1886. The genius lies in its simplicity. Hot, sweet tomato sauce mingling with salty butter soaking into crispy bread. Heinz reformulated their recipe specifically for British tastes, making them sweeter and less spicy than American versions. The combination became so embedded in culture that during the post-war rationing period, beans on toast was one of the few affordable meals providing protein and comfort.
Now don't get me wrong.
The Ministry of Food...
Now don't get me wrong, man. Hey, listen, I understand. Y'all had to go through something. You feel me? Y'all was in a war. You gotta eat. You know what I'm saying? But not eating this, man. We no longer struggling like that. I'm not eating that with the toast. Simple. I'd rather eat it plain. Simple. Heinz. And Heinz, y'all know better than that. Y'all are allowing this to happen. and you specialize in it so they can do it. Heinz, you're all the problem.
Even classified them as an
problem.
essential food during wartime. The controversy? Proper Brits argue endlessly about whether beans go directly on toast or alongside to prevent sogginess. There's also the great Branston beans versus Heinz debate, which can genuinely end friendships. The UK consumes over 1.5 million cans daily, and beans on toast remains the ultimate student food, hangover cure, and midnight snack all rolled into one. This working-class masterpiece emerged in industrial northern England during the late caused genuine arguments. Lancashire adds curry sauce, Liverpool adds gravy.
I don't know about the sauce. You had me at first. Don't get me wrong, you had me at first. I was like, okay, that don't look too bad, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? There should only be ketchup up there or barbecue sauce.
While purists view any additions as treasonous. It's essentially poverty food romanticised, but a proper chip butty should cost about £2 and be consumed slightly drunk at 11:30 on Friday night.
Today. Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God, what is that?
Bro, I've had that. Absolutely disgusting. And I don't understand how y'all are eating that. Absolutely disgusting. I know some of y'all have eaten Marmite. I'm not eating that. I've tried it. It actually is very strong. The flavor is actually extremely strong. I don't know how anyone is eating that. Stop eating that, British people. Stop it.
Marmite is the ultimate divisive spread, a thick yeast extract that tastes like concentrated umami. Invented in 1902 when German scientist Justus von Liebig discovered brewer's yeast could be concentrated into an edible paste. During both World Wars, it was included in soldiers' rations for B vitamins. The trick is using the tiniest amount on hot buttered toast. In 2011, Denmark effectively stopped allowing Marmite sales because it violated vitamin fortification regulations, causing fury among British expats. Marmite now comes in different strengths, with XO being extra potent.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Now, British people, and this is more of a concern. Why y'all eating this? This ain't. Y'all gotta stop eating the BS, man. Stop eating the BS. Simple. Black pudding?
Black pudding is blood sausage made from pork, blood, fat, oatmeal and seasonings. The best comes from Bury in Lancashire, where they've been making it since the 1800s. When fried, the outside becomes crispy while the inside stays soft and crumbly, with a rich mineral taste from the blood that's genuinely delicious if you can get past the concept. It's incredibly nutritious, packed with iron, protein, zinc and magnesium. It was working-class nutrition in edible form using parts of the pig that would otherwise be wasted. Modern food safety regulations have made traditional black pudding harder to produce, with some manufacturers using dried blood powder instead of fresh blood, which changes the texture and flavour. The really contentious issue is whether black pudding belongs in a full English breakfast, with some arguing it's essential, while others claim it's a northern affectation that has no place in a traditional fry-up.
Today. Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God, what is that?
I'm going to throw up. I think I'm going to throw up.
Don't throw up.
Now I know you lying. Jellied eels? I ain't gonna lie, at this point, I'm putting Britain down as probably the worst place to eat. I will eat Indian food, street Indian food, before I eat this BS right here. Jellied? Ew? Come on, bro. Come on. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. What?
Jellied eels are chopped eels,
Oh
boiled.
my goodness, no. There's no way. I believe they should use this food as a tactic to get information out of spies. I ain't gonna lie, if I was a spy and I went over there, you know what I'm saying, they captured me, and they said, yeah, I'm about to feed you jellied eel. I'm about to give them all of the information. Simple. I'm giving y'all everything. I'm giving y'all everything. Not eating. Simple.
In spice stock that sets into jelly around the eel pieces. A traditional London East End food dating back to the 18th century when the Thames was full of eels and they were one of the cheapest forms of protein available to the poor.
That's crazy.
The jellied aspect comes from gelatin released from the eels during cooking, creating a natural aspic. They're served cold,
Oh, hell no!
often with chili vinegar and white pepper, and
And it's served cold. There's no way there's no way I will ever eat this. Cold?
eat them with a spoon, jelly, and all. They nearly died out completely in the 1980s and 1990s as working-class Londoners moved away from traditional foods and the Thames eel population collapsed due to pollution and overfishing. The few remaining eel and pie shops in London, like Mimanze, which opened in 1902, are now heritage institutions rather than everyday eateries. Most eels used in
there's no
British
way
cuisine
people should
now
be
are
eating
actually
that.
imported, often as young elvers from France or Spain, because British eel populations have declined by over 90% since the 1980s. The texture is what puts most people off. Cold, gelatinous, with soft eel meat that has a slightly muddy flavour. The crisp sandwich is crisps between buttered white bread. That's it.
Okay,
No
that's not too
protein,
bad.
no vegetables, just starch, fat, salt, and more starch. The crisp sandwich emerged in the 1960s when both sliced white bread and packaged crisps became household staples, and some genius realized they could combine them for ultimate convenience. The appeal is textural, the crunch of the crisps against the softness of the bread, with butter providing lubrication and flavor. There are fierce debates about which crisps work best, with cheese and onion being the traditional favorite, though ready-salted purists exist. Salt and vinegar creates an intense experience that some find overwhelming. Food scientists have confirmed the combination triggers multiple pleasure centers in the brain through the interplay of salt, fat, and contrasting textures. It's essentially junk food between junk food, a monument to
That's
bad
decent,
nutrition
man,
that
but you ain't
somehow
got no
remains beloved.
Pause. Ain't got no
The
meat
crisp
on it?
sandwich is distinctly working class and unapologetically unhealthy, which is probably why middle-class food writers either ignore it entirely or write about it with performative nostalgia. A hard-boiled egg wrapped in sausage meat, coated in breadcrumbs and deep-fried until golden. Despite the name, it's probably not Scottish in origin. The most credible story credits
no,
Fortnum
that's
and
very
Mason,
interesting.
the posh London
feel like I
department
would try
store,
something
with
like that.
inventing it in
looks very
1738 as a
interesting,
portable
though, to
snack
say
for
the least.
wealthy travellers. The name likely comes from the process of scotching or mincing the meat. A proper Scotch egg should have a perfectly cooked egg with a slightly soft yolk, not the rubbery overcooked disaster you get from supermarket versions. The sausage meat should be well seasoned, and the breadcrumb coating should shatter when you bite into it. The Scotch egg went through a massive renaissance in the 2010s when gastropubs started serving gourmet versions with quail eggs, black pudding, or even chorizo in the meat mixture. The VAT status of Scotch eggs also caused controversy in 2020 when the government had to define whether they counted as a substantial meal for COVID-19 pub restrictions, leading to absurd legal debates. They're now everywhere, from petrol stations to Michelin-starred restaurants. Sausages baked in Yorkshire pudding batter. The name probably comes from sausages peeking out like toads from holes. It emerged in the 18th century to make expensive meat go
That
further.
don't look that bad.
The trick is getting smoking
that don't look
hot
too
fat
bad.
before pouring in the batter. The controversial bit is that cheap sausages actually work better than expensive ones because they release more fat during cooking, which helps the batter crisp up. A steamed
No diddy.
Pause.
What you mean by that? No diddy. Y'all gotta work on the names of your food. I think we got a freak master food creator on our hands. Whoever invented this, you're a freak master. I said what I said.
A steamed suet pudding with dried fruit. It's been around since the mid-19th century. The pudding is dense, sweet, made with animal fat from around kidneys. Spotted Dick briefly became Spotted Richard in the early 2000s to avoid snickering, but this political correctness was widely mocked. It's largely disappeared from everyday eating but remains in nostalgia, drowning in luminous yellow custard.
What?
Now y'all getting out of hand. Y'all getting out of hand with the names. There must be a rainbow inside these.
Meatballs made from pork offal, liver, heart and organ meats, wrapped in caul fat and baked. The name comes from Old French faggot, meaning a bundle of sticks. They've been part of British cuisine since medieval times. Mr. Brain's Faggots has produced them commercially since 18...
YouTube, he said that I didn't. Don't flag my video. I didn't say none of this, sir. Okay.
88. Modern food safety regulations have changed what can legally go into them, making commercial versions blander than traditional butcher-made ones. Cow stomach lining slow-cooked with onions in milk sauce. It was enormously popular in industrial northern England, where tripe shops were as common as chip shops. In the 1950s, there were tripe shops on every high street. By the 1990s, they'd almost completely disappeared. The preparation is genuinely off-putting, and the smell during cooking is distinctly unpleasant. It's British food at its most challenging. Fried mashed potatoes and cabbage made from Sunday roast leftovers. The name supposedly...
Time's not that hard anymore. This is ridiculous. Crazy, man.
Comes from cooking sounds. It represents British thriftiness, turning leftovers into legitimate meals. It became especially popular during rationing when wasting food was unpatriotic. Modern versions calling for fresh vegetables completely miss the point. The dish has even been commercialized with frozen cakes, which is absurd for something designed to use up food you already had. Marrowfat peas soaked overnight, then boiled into thick, bright green mush. Traditional accompaniment to northern fish and chips, though viewed with suspicion in the south. They're actually more nutritious than fresh peas. The tradition comes from industrial northern England, where dried peas were cheaper than fresh vegetables. The north-south divide is real. Northerners consider them essential. Southerners find them baffling. Some chip shops serve mint mushy peas, which purists view as abomination. A sweat pastry case filled with beef, diced kidney, onions and gravy, steamed for hours. It's different from steak and kidney pie. The pudding version dates to Victorian times but requires hours of steaming. The kidney provides distinctive, slightly metallic flavour that's essential, but also why many refuse to eat it. Proper versions used ox kidney, not lamb kidney. Younger generations largely refuse to eat kidney at all. Welsh seaweed paste.
Bro, who was eating this? They were just throwing all types of stuff together. Bro, what? What is this?
Not actual bread. Laver is collected from rocks, washed repeatedly, then boiled for hours into dark green paste.
They're eating rocks? Come on, man. Listen. I know times was hard. They eating rocks? So you telling me y'all eating rocks?
It's traditionally mixed with oatmeal and fried, served with bacon and cockles. It's been eaten in Wales possibly since prehistoric times. The taste is aggressively oceanic, almost fishy. There's no middle ground. You either appreciate its unique umami intensity or find it revolting.
That's crazy.
Boiled and sold at seaside stalls. They're eaten with a pin, doused in vinegar and white pepper. The meat is chewy, slightly sweet, distinctly marine tasting. Preparing them properly requires precise timing to avoid rubbery texture. They're nutritious but viewed as poverty food. Most British caught whelks are now exported to South Korea and Japan, while British stalls import cheaper foreign whelks. Cold meat pie with thick pastry filled with pork and a layer of meat jelly between meat and pastry. The jelly, made from boiling pork bones,
I'm not gonna lie, at first they had me. I'm like, oh, that actually look good. Then they opened it up. That looked absolutely terrible. And then they say jelly. Hey man, what's up with y'all in this fetish of jelly? Stop putting the jelly in the food. Jelly is just its own thing, man. What the?
fills the gap created when meat shrinks during baking. Melton Mowbray has protected geographical indication status. Proper Melton Mowbray pies use uncured pork, giving grey colour rather than pink.
Disgusting.
Many people find the jelly layer repulsive, so modern supermarket pies use minimal jelly or artificial thickeners.
There's no way they eating this type of stuff, man. This gotta be like, this can't be real, bro. What is this?
London East End tradition, minced beef pie with mashed potatoes and liquor, a bright green parsley sauce made from eel cooking water. Traditional pie and mash shops are time capsules with Victorian tiles and marble tables. Places like Mansey's, opened in 1902, operate almost exactly as they did a century ago. The liquor is intensely green and tastes overwhelmingly of parsley. It's kept alive by dwindling family-run shops serving loyal but aging customers. Fried bread. Bread slices fried in bacon fat, butter or lard until golden and crispy. It was standard in full English breakfast before toast took over. It virtually disappeared in the 1980s and 1990s as health concerns about saturated fat became mainstream. It's actually delicious, far superior to toast, but it's become almost shameful to prefer it. The bread should be fried in genuinely hot meat drippings, not fresh oil. Dark brown, chunky pickle.
Bro. Bro, their combinations are wicked, bro. Hold up, man. They got bread, lettuce, cheese, apples, pickle. British, I believe you guys really and genuinely just be making anything at this point. I understand y'all was going through some times. I understand. By all means, I understand you was going through some things. But this right here is ridiculous. And it's getting out of hand. Come on, man. Bread, lettuce, cheese, apple slices, pickles. Put the drugs down.
Stay off the damn weed.
relish made from carrots, cauliflower, onions, and rutabaga in sweet and spicy sauce. Invented in 1920.
And sweet and spicy sauce? Man, what y'all doing, man? I know y'all. That's why y'all taste buds is everywhere. Come on, man.
In Branston near Burton upon Trent. The flavor is complex, sweet, tangy, slightly spicy. The recipe was slightly altered in 2013 to reduce.
See, now this makes sense. You know what I'm saying? This makes sense because I think that's ham. That look like ham. Either ham or turkey. Look like some cheese underneath, and then the pickles. That make more sense. Apples? Lettuce? Come on, man.
Salt and sugar, causing outrage. The company released both versions. It's traditionally eaten with cheese. Branston pickle is almost unknown outside Britain and former colonies. Thick, salty paste made from beef extract created in the 1870s. The name comes from
Cut. Hey!
bos, Latin for ox, and vril, from a Victorian science fiction novel. It can be spread on toast but is more commonly dissolved in hot water to make a savoury drink. Bovril was
Drink? Okay. Now once again, y'all just doing anything. So y'all make this out of a drink? A beef paste drink?
reformulated in 2004 to use yeast extract during the BSE crisis, causing fury. The beef version returned in 2006. As a hot drink, it's been a staple.
A hot drink. Beef paste hot drink. Why? Why? And it's a staple. So everybody and their mother drinking this.
At British football matches for over a century. Tangy, yellow condiment that's thinner than mayonnaise but thicker than vinaigrette. Heinz has made it since 1914. It nearly died in 2018 when Heinz considered discontinuing it, sparking public outcry. Traditional British salads have been replaced by more sophisticated options that demand better dressings. Salad cream seems like a relic of 1950s cooking when vinegary, slightly sweet dressings were the height of sophistication.
Bro, what is this? 1 second.
Small shellfish sold pickled or boiled at seaside stalls.
Oh, shellfish.
Cockles are small
Why is it
clams
looking
boiled
like that?
briefly, then pickled in vinegar. Winkles are tiny sea snails requiring a pin to extract meat.
Sea snails.
Both have been part of coastal food
Nah,
culture
I'm
for
good, gang. I
centuries.
ain't eating that.
In the early 20th century, cellars were everywhere. Now they're rare. The taste is intensely oceanic, vinegary, and slightly metallic. The younger generation has almost completely abandoned these
It
foods.
makes sense, bro. Nobody eating that.
Baked corn snacks shaped like monster feet, launched in 1977. The pickled onion flavour is intensely acidic, sharp, and overwhelming.
They love
They
pickles
were
over
originally
there, man.
much
What's up with
larger
that?
but were shrunk in the 1990s while the price remained the same. Classic shrinkflation. The flavour isn't remotely close to actual pickled onions, it's a synthetic approximation that's become its own thing. They've remained largely unchanged since the 1970s. Folded pastry filled with beef, potato, swede and onion, crimped along one edge. It has protected geographical indication status even after years of campaigning. The tradition dates back centuries, originally designed as portable lunches for Cornish tin miners. Traditional Cornish pasties are quite plain, just meat,
Yeah, that don't look
potato,
too bad.
swede and onion, no gravy. The pasty was weaponized in 2012's Pastygate scandal over VAT on hot takeaway pasties.
Buttered sausage.
A sausage
bro.
coated
What?
in chip shop batter and deep fried. It has no ancient heritage, it's simply something chip shops started doing for variety. The technique is identical to battering fish. The appeal is textural contrast and convenience. Because chip shops use cheap sausages, the filling is often more bread and fat than actual meat. The batter disguises this. It's distinctly working-class food, existing where convenience, affordability, and palatability override all other considerations. Dry wheat-based breakfast biscuits that you drown in milk until they soften into mush. Launched in Britain in 1932 based on American shredded wheat. Each biscuit is a dense, dry brick, virtually inedible without milk. Despite their plain appearance, they're quite nutritious. High in fibre, low in sugar. The controversial bit is texture timing. Too soon and they're too hard. Too late and they're unpleasant mush. Finding perfect Weetabix consistency requires timing and practice. Small, sweet pastries filled with mincemeat, which contains no actual meat in modern versions. The filling is dried fruits, suet, spices, and sometimes alcohol. They're exclusively associated with Christmas. Medieval mince pies did contain meat mixed with fruit and spices, but the meat was phased out by the Victorian era. Many people, particularly children and foreigners, don't actually like mince pies. The filling is dense, dark, and strongly spiced. The annual ritual of buying and eating mince pies in December is so ingrained that many Britons continue despite not particularly enjoying them. Instant ramen in a polystyrene pot requiring only boiling water. Introduced to Britain in the late 1970s. The British version is distinct from Asian instant noodles, thicker, greasier, more intensely flavoured. It was marketed to young men through advertising that emphasised its artificiality and unhealthiness as positives, using slogans like the slag of all snacks. The flavour is distinctly synthetic. It fills a particular need, quick, hot, filling, requiring no cooking skills beyond a kettle. Baked dessert made from stale bread, butter, dried fruit, eggs, milk, and sugar. The ultimate thrifty dessert designed to use up stale bread. The tradition goes back centuries, representing the waste-nothing mentality of working-class kitchens.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
The result is sweet custardy with crispy top and soft interior. Bread and butter pudding has been gentrified almost beyond recognition. Working-class originals use basic white bread and margarine. Modern restaurant versions use brioche, proper butter, and exotic fruits, creating something sophisticated and expensive from what was originally poverty food. If you need something to wash all this grub down with, head over to the video covering the 15 old British beers that only true Brits remember. A walk down memory lane of your favourite pints of the past, from blood sausages to instant noodles, from jelly deals to crisp sandwiches. British food culture is a wonderful mess of tradition, innovation, and sheer stubbornness that's turned poverty into heritage and somehow convinced us that putting chips between bread makes perfect sense. So hit that subscribe button, share this with someone who needs to understand just how gloriously weird British food really is, and drop a comment telling me which of these foods you'd actually defend to a foreigner, because defending beans on toast to an American is a rite of passage.
He understand us as Americans, we not eating that BS, man. For one thing, British, I think I need to pick up a cookbook from America and start whipping it up, because the stuff y'all just showed us, absolutely disgusting, ridiculous. But yeah, man, if you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate you, man. Once again, man, you could be anywhere in this world. You decided to come chill with your boy Kel, and I appreciate that. That's the end of our video, man. I hope you enjoyed it. Genuinely hope you enjoyed it. But before you go, tap into the W. Remember that, W, man. Good quality energy, man. No jitters. No jitters. No jitters. You know what I'm saying? And since you made it to the end of the video, like, share, subscribe. We going up. You know what I'm saying? Once again, man, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. You were chilling with your boy Kel, and I'm out.